Let me be honest with you. Starting school in a new country like Canada is a big deal. So if you are an international student coming to Canada, first of all, I want to say congratulations. You've made it through the paperwork, the visa stress, the waiting, and now it's time for you to start a new chapter in Canada. Allow me to be the first person to say this. May the land favor you. But let's also keep it real. The first few weeks or months in Canada can be very, very overwhelming. Do you know why? Well, new country, new culture, new school system, new weather, and you'll be doing all of this without your usual support system from back home. So, in today's video, I'm going to walk you through what you really need to know before the school starts here in Canada. And again, I'm going to tell you how you can settle in without losing your mind. So if you are ready, like I am, let's get started. Number one, we're going to be talking about culture shock. It is real, and let us start with this one because nobody prepares you for it enough. And I say this because I was once an international student years back. And now I look back and I'm glad I walked that path because you know why? It made me stronger. Things in Canada may feel very quiet, more polite, more independent, and sometimes more distant. People here in Canada value personal space. Sometimes you don't even know who your neighbor is, and sometimes you wonder why everywhere is quiet. They might not greet you the way that you're used to from your home country. And the truth is, it's not rejection, it's just the culture. So for you, just smile. Be open. Learn the small things like saying sorry, even if it's not your fault. And always remember to say thank you. Trust me, it goes a long way. And don't forget to say hello to them when they're walking their pets. Canadians love their small talks when they're walking with their pets. Now, finding a place to live. If you haven't already secured housing, don't panic, but move smart. You can find student residences, shared apartments, go on to kijiji.ca, rentals.ca. These are your to-goes. But in doing so, please be careful. If somebody asks you for money before you see a place, it's likely a scam and don't fall for it. Most times, people find accommodation from community groups on WhatsApp, Facebook, and Telegram. So maybe just let people know that you're looking for a place to stay. Ensure you ask for a video tour. Read reviews. If it's a student resident, always trust your instincts. Again, it's okay to start small. You can always move to a bigger space once you're familiar with the area you're living. Let us talk about setting up your life early here in Canada. So once you land, make sure you get these few things started out because these are the basics. Number one, open a Canadian bank account. And most Canadian banks have student options with no fees and some perks. Get your SIN, your social insurance number, because you will really need it to work legally here in Canada while you study. Get a SIM card from a phone plan. Try to avoid long contracts until you know what works for you. These are the boring tasks, I know, but trust me, they make your life 10 times easier than you think. Let's talk about moving around, transportation. Public transit is your best friend, especially if you're going to be in places like Toronto, Vancouver, Ottawa, or Montreal. It's great for you to have a transit card. Download the Google Maps or transit app, and always look out for student discounts. You'll get it, trust me. In smaller towns, public transport might be limited, so make sure you plan ahead. You might have to walk more or eventually look into getting a used car or a used bike, but don't rush doing that. Learn your surroundings first. If you know of somebody who lives in the same area as you that has a car, it's best for you to carpool. Now let's talk about making friends. It takes time, but it's really worth it. This part is hard, especially if you're shy or introverted. But here's the truth. Everybody is looking for connection just like you. So, join student groups, volunteer, say yes to events, go out, don't lock yourself in your room. Volunteering is also great on your resume in Canada, so volunteer more. And don't only stick to people from your home country. Diversify your relationship. I know it's scary, but that's where the real growth happens. Now let us talk about understanding the school system. The academic system in Canada might surprise you. Your professors expect you to think critically, participate fully in class, ask questions, and manage your time well. So, don't be afraid to speak up. You won't be judged for it. Also, learn what plagiarism means here in Canada. Even copying your own work without proper citation is a big deal. And if you're confused, your school will probably have a writing center, tutoring and academic support services that you can use whenever you want to. Now let us talk about budgeting and working smart. So Canada is expensive. The rent, groceries, transportation, it adds up very quickly. So track your spending, find student discounts, and take good advantage of free events and food on campus. Trust me, you thank me later. You're currently allowed to work up to 24 hours per week during school time and full time during scheduled school breaks. Always make sure you have the right policy when you watch this video. Look for jobs on campus or apply to retail cafes or delivery apps, whatever fits your schedule. And please do not overwork. Do not overwork, because when you work too much more than your number of hours, you might get into trouble with IRCC. Keep your Canadian style resume and don't be discouraged if you don't land something immediately. The right job will come very soon. This is the most important part. Take care of your mental health. It's okay to feel homesick. It's okay to cry sometimes. It's okay to feel out of place, because adjusting to a new life is not easy and there's no shame in struggling. Try to talk to somebody. Most schools offer free counseling services. Use them if you need to. Your mental health really matters just as much as your grades. Now, for a final thought, you're not just coming to Canada to study, you're coming here to grow. It's going to be hard sometimes. You're even going to question yourself. You're going to miss home. I missed home many times when I was an international student. And you might even feel out of place. But little by little, you will settle in. You will find your people. You will build confidence. You will make this place yours. And at the end of the day, you will smile and look back and tell your story. So take a deep breath and take it one day at a time. Canada is ready for you. And I promise that you've got what it takes to thrive here in this country. Now, do me a favor. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share with a friend who's also starting their Canadian journey. And if you watching right now have questions, drop them in the comment section. I see you, I hear you, and I'm cheering you on. Please let me know you watch this video as well. And don't forget to like the videos that pop up on your screen and let me know what next video you are looking forward to watching. Thanks so much for watching this video and subscribing to my channel, because I know you're going to do so. And until I see you in my very next video, stay safe and bye.